All right, making sure that my mic is on. Testing, testing. All right, we're good. All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the morning note. It is Thursday, December 30th, 2021. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thank you so much for joining me this morning and every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Before we begin, bottom right-hand corner of your screen, there's a little white logo. Click on that. Turn on notifications, subscribe to our channel, like our videos. Really do appreciate it if you press that like button. Really helps the algorithm. Share our videos with anybody that you know will enjoy these videos. Comment your questions always on YouTube. I'm here to answer them. Or you can tweet at me at G.A.R Capital for any questions or news updates are always there on Twitter for you. All right, let's go ahead and talk about it. Dow futures up 42 points. NASDAQ futures up 14.5. S&P futures up 0.11. Russell 2000 futures are flat. Yields are down to 1.526 on the 10-year. The dollar index is up about 0.26% at 96.17. The VIX is green at 1711, 0.94%. I forgot to look at that yesterday, the VIX. So we're going to go and look at that first. And let's take a look here. Crude oil is flat, 76.54 a barrel. Gold futures are down 0.20% at 18.02 an ounce. Silver futures are up 22.98 an ounce, up 0.56%. The euro dollar is down 43 pips, 113.03, 115.17 for the dollar yen, up 19 pips. Ethereum futures are down 0.75% at 37.18. Bitcoin futures 47,375, barely green, just flat. And gasoline futures are flat, $2.26 this morning. Keep in mind, this is literally the day before New Year's Eve. Don't expect a ton of volume at all. That's just not going to happen. So anything you're looking for has to be for next week. That's really what you're doing. So let's go and take a look at the VIX. The VIX is a good way to take a look at the market volatility index. Once you start getting to around 16, once you start getting around 15.5, that's when you start hitting the top short term. Again, good time to start taking a look at puts of anything. It's a good time to start taking a look at some protection for your portfolio. But until then, really wait for rounds below 16. So I'll put 1602 as the alert. That's when we start creeping up to really the top levels on a short-term basis on the S&P. So just keep that in mind. ES right now 4790, right near 4800. Again, it'd be nice to close out the year at 4800. We will take a look. Let's take a look at some news today. MicroStrategy bought another 1,914 Bitcoins for $94.2 million in cash. They bought the dip. Jobless claims 8,000 minus 8,000. Oh, down 8,000 to 198,000 in December 25th week. Survey is 205,000. December 18 week continuing claims is down 140,000 to 1.716 million. Again, it did beat expectations. Apple was awarded 2 patents today, according to Benzinga, through display wireless charging communication between devices during wireless power transfer. Some cars were recalled by Tesla. They recalled 475,000 cars, 355,000 Model 3s due to, quote, rear view camera cable harness damaged by opening and closing the trunk, preventing the camera image from displaying. 120,000 Model S due to front trunk issues, which could cause the hood to unexpectedly open. So there you go. Yeah, it's funny that you don't hear a lot about recalls for other vehicles, but Tesla, it's all the time. They really put it right in center for you. And now I understand why. Let's see here. There was another here. Bitcoin is 31% off its November 10th high. And see. Quote, the energy sector has gained more than 50% so far this year from a rebound in consumer travel, beating its last record of around 25% in 2016, according to FactSet data back to 1990. So again, not tons of news. That's where we are today in the sense. Micron is down pre-market. I do have some Micron calls for next week. There was let me see, where was that? Micron was down this morning, and I had it here on CNBC. So let me go ahead and read that headline, and then I'll answer some questions. It's a day before New Year's Eve. I expect not a lot of people to ask any questions, obviously, I figured that. Micron, here it is. The memory chip maker lost 1.5% pre-market after it warned that COVID-19 curbs in China. Xeon Tech Hub would impact production. Samsung Electronics, which is one of the world's biggest memory chip makers, issued a similar warning. So right now, Micron is just testing the 50-day moving average. It's still above the breakout level of right around 92.46. As long as we hold 92.88, which is right above the fib level that broke out, it's still a bullish trend. All right, George says, good morning, Carlos. How do you feel about Google for 2022? Yes, Google is part of my top 10 stocks of 2022. I will be doing a podcast on that next week, not this week because it's still New Year's week. We still need the whole year to kind of to eat it all up, and then I'm going to review the 2021 list. So no, that's all coming next week. Let's see. Google levels to chart on the chart to buy, support, and resistance. Thank you for you do Happy New Year to your family, you as well. Thank you, sir. Let's take a look at Google. So Google, I do not own the stock. It's outright. I do own it in SPY-G, but I've been wanting to own it. I have been dying to get to around 2,700. That's the level I wanted. I'm just gonna buy it on the first trading week of January. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna buy the initial position and go from there. The question is, what's the best level to buy it at? It's 27.01 for me. You see that's the support level there. Do we get there? I hope so. I don't think so. But again, here's nice 29.30. So I'm not against buying it here. But again, I'm waiting for January to hit so I can do it all. Once I do the top 10, that's when I'm gonna start buying the names that I don't have yet. Thoughts on Tesla puts? I had Tesla calls and Tesla just hasn't been working out. Again, we have the break, and I bet you next week it's gonna freaking soar, man. It's just my luck sometimes. Look at the break here of the descending triangle, and we're supposed to, on a technical basis, should have retested 1165, and it's just been really crappy price action with really crappy headlines. That's just what happens. It sucks, but that's just the name of the game. But Tesla can move at any time. So again, it's a very volatile name. Looking for puts, I mean, the only way I want to go puts here if it's below like 1020, and then it retests here this downward triangle. That's it. No questions. Want to wish everyone a happy new year. Can't join the morning note tomorrow. No worries. I'll be doing it tomorrow. It'll be a quick one, but no aftermarket recap tomorrow because it's New Year's Eve. And Microsoft 345 calls. I don't have Microsoft 345 calls, but I do have the Micron calls. Microsoft 345 isn't bad if you go for next week. Next week, yes, I like it. The only way I would want a little more is probably a break of 393, but it's a good setup. It's a good setup here for 345 next week, but not Friday. Micron, again, it should pivot off this 50-day moving average. Again, all this is headlines from what I just read to you regarding the China stuff. It should bounce back. It should retest that 50 and then bounce back. Here's your support right around 92.46 to 92.88. So that's really what I'm waiting for. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. Have a great rest of your day. I just had some breakfast. My wife just made pancakes. It was amazing. So I'm like, I'm going to go get some coffee. Have a great rest of your morning. GARCapitalFX.com. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on the video here, or you can always tweet at us at G.A.R Capital. Thank you so much for your time, guys. We'll catch you after the market closes at 5 p.m. For an after market recap. Cheers, guys.